Hello and welcome to today's edition of Pegasus Test, where on today's edition we go to Stage 4 of Viking Brutality 2025. And this is Nordic Fighter. Yeah, this is probably the stage with the coolest name. Anyhow, Matt here showing us that you had to drag this very heavy sled slightly uphill through some very soft sand. And yeah, it was not the easiest thing to do. And then all you had to do is load your rifle, hit that target at the end of the bay through each of the 9 holes of the VTAC. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? And Matt's doing a great job of showing us what to do here. He did the best out of Team America on this stage, so I figured he was the perfect one to demonstrate here. And this VTAC is a great one because it's in relatively good shape, except you can see some port has been torn up by a horrible muzzle brake, because obnoxious muzzle brakes are evil, and all they do is tear up props.
Like, I could drop that banger at my feet, and I would be He doesn't put out fragmentation unless it fails miserably.
And here Brandon's going to fill in shortly for Matt while we have a little camera glitch.
Remove magazine. Engage high value target.
You're going to kill it.
And now Matt's back. And that far left target over there, you had to hit. It was a penalty target. If you didn't get it, it was a 60-second penalty. And boys and girls, it was a whole lot harder than it looked. And now Brandon's filling in Matt because you saw Matt drag it uphill. Brandon's going to show you what not to do when dragging it back. Yeah, tripping over and getting your foot stuck under it is not recommended. Does not help your speed or time, but Brandon just powers through, gets his foot out, grabs it, and keeps on going. What a trooper.
Over.
And now Matt's back. And what she's got to do now is the second part of the stage, which is run over to the adjacent bay. And inside that little house that you see that has the Great Nordic Fighter banner on it, because they were the stage sponsor, all you got to do is spin that spinner you see right there from the kneeling position through a window. Helps if you turn your dot on it here. Now the cool thing is, while this spinner had kind of small plates on it, it was incredibly well balanced. And as you can see, 1 hit really gets it moving, 2 almost get it over, and yeah, it's really going there. And over it goes. Okay, what was the second to last stage for Team America on day 1 is my second stage on day 2. And got the sled moving pretty good uphill. I had to drag a similar sled that had weighed a lot farther the day before, so I knew I had that one. Then I just got loaded up and started running the VTAC. And a couple misses there because the barrel harmonics, you know, always forget that one, but got it. Got the hit. And moving along at a pretty good pace. And finding the right position sometimes, like the helmet and VTACs don't play well together. But I found a way to make it work. Not the most flattering shot, but we got it. Again, helmets and VTACs don't play together well sometimes. And you're really going to see me struggle in these next couple holes. On this hole, I wish the GoPro had picked it up, but it really didn't. The shooting position was so awkward that I actually kind of ended up using the red dot a little bit like an Armson OEG, because like it doesn't really show it, but like the sight's not really seeing anything, and I can see out my other eye, so I just did the occluded gun sight thing there and got the hit. And I make the mistake here is I do not give the bonus target here enough respect, and didn't get the bonus, and that's really gonna hurt the score. And luckily here, when you drag the thing the second time, it is moving downhill, and it did make a difference. So got it over the line and then moved out. The thing that sucks is like you got all that lactic acid in your legs and they just don't want to go fast. Or maybe I'm just old, but the first one sounds better. So come into the house here and something's just hung up. Like I could not get the pistol out of the holster.
Get out!
It just would not come out, but I got it eventually. Get loaded up. And the nice thing about the spinner is really well balanced, because I get it over in 4 rounds, although I expend 9 to do it, because you can see I start off with a missing there, but once you get hit there, as you can see, it really gets moving. And that last shot was just enough to put it over.
Whew, all right. Got that spinner pretty quick. Holster hung up on something. Getting the gun out was a little challenging, but I got it done, got it under par. Super happy.
Your name, your time, 1 penalty, 1 bonus.
Penalty was the...
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
You missed
yeah,
it.
no problem, man, thanks. All right, so didn't get the penalty shot, that kind of sucks, but overall, good stage.
All right, well, this Berserker challenge was called the Burpee Broad Jump. And yeah, it's just as horrible as it sounds. And immediately I realized, oh yeah, my leg that's been bothering me is really bothering me. Now Ziga pulls ahead pretty quickly here, as well he should. Man's young enough to be my child, so he should be able to beat me. And right there, it's like, yeah, this is really starting to hurt. And really having to think about what I'm doing here. And
Good job.
yep, it's a challenge. And I'm starting to hop here. You will see the quality of the burpee deteriorate and the distance of the long jump deteriorate with each one. So I was kind of like pushing off of my good leg and trying to have as gentle landing as I could. Didn't make for the best time, but actually it wasn't the worst either. It was kind of towards the middle, which kind of surprised me.
Jump, jump.
But anyways, this was definitely a challenge, and I was pretty gassed at the end of it, which is going to help so much when I get to the next stage.
Keep going, Les. Good job. You got
Yeah.
this.
Big credit to all the ROs. They kept motivating me, and it really did help. Just getting that encouragement just gave me the strength to make another jump. Getting pretty gassed here, as you can tell.
Keep going. 5 meters left. Long jumps, long jumps. Down. Up,
I was
up.
long jumping in spirit. But as you can see, I had another competitor there on the field along with Ziga and I, and I'm not too far behind the second guy. But Ziga's making great time here.
One long jump.
And Martin comes out to motivate me.
Over.
Even motivating me speaking native Ikean, which was, you know, really just awesome and added to the flavor.
Last one, Les.
Long jump.
Nice big jump, get over the line, get that final burpee in.
That's right. One more burpee. Let's do it.
This is a horrible idea. Who fucking came up with this?
Michael did.
Oh, he owes me beer.
Yeah.
All right, stage 4. That one was interesting. We had to pull that damn lead-ass sled again. But you pulled the sled uphill, you did a VTAC all 9 holes, made a penalty shot, and then you had to run to another bay and spin a spinner inside a house in an awkward position. How'd that go for you, Ziga, since you went first?
Actually, very well, because I was thinking beforehand. Yesterday I had a close experience with one of the barricades. So I removed, the head of my flashlight, the rifle that I'm using, so I could push the rifle further through the barricade. So I really had only just minimal splashback this time. I didn't use the magnifier because again it was fogged up, so I was just using normal optics, and most of the hits I made without a problem. But when going prone, just those the lowest ports on the obstacle, I had to go on my side, because when I did this again, you know, like, so if you have a rifle here and I want to put it on the side, it bumped my ear pro off again. So I just decided not to do that and just go for every of those ports to go on my side. What happened, of course, because there's sand everywhere, it came into my holster in the gun that I'm using, which is a Glock, but it's heavily modified Glock with a compensator, probably changed springs, and again I had malfunction. So I started the spinner with bam, click, and tried it again. Thankfully, after I think 3 shots, it just cleared up and worked normally, so I was able to get the spinner around. Cool. Did you get the spinner around?
I did. I did. Well, my experience was a little different. I dragged the thing, did all 9 ports. The bottom port was so small that I just applied the old fundamentals of marksmanship. I put the dot where I knew the target would be, even though through the scope I was technically just looking at plywood, but the hit came. So I used both eyes open. I could see the target, the dot. I was like, it worked.
So like a occluded sight, and
I used it like that because the helmet was preventing me from getting down low enough behind the rifle. Unfortunately, I missed the penalty shot. As soon as I broke it, I knew it. Got the sled back. Going downhill was a lot easier. And when I got over to the shoot house, I had a little trouble getting my pistol out of the M12 holster here, because long ago I had broken off the leg tie down and it had just a little flex that made it getting out a little trouble. But the cool thing is, I think I fired about 6-7 shots total, and with 4 hits on the spinner it went. Probably one of the best spinners I've ever done, to be honest.
It was a very balanced spinner.
Yes, yes.